We're glad you're with us today. Now, I'll just tell you right off the bat, we have an unbelievable show. No kidding. We've had some good shows. We've had some shows that they could have been better. But this show today is not only going to be a great show, it's going to be a special show. And it's going to require some concentration from you guys. Okay, so but this is going to be, trust me on this one, this one's going to be great. Just want to welcome a bunch of people. Marcy Crossler, Taylor, there's Kimberly Petrucki from Oregon, Yvonne Palmer, Nancy from Colorado, Jim Midoff from Charlotte, Michigan, Catherine from Houston, Texas. Man, we got them from all over. There's somebody from some country I can't say. There's North Carolina. Hey, Eugene. Dover, Delaware, Edie Hobbs. I'm just seeing all over. There's West Virginia listening too. And I don't see anybody from Arkansas. Sometimes there's somebody from Searcy, Arkansas. Anybody? Oh, there is. Oh, there. Okay. There's Sandra. Okay. Anyway, I'm very glad you guys are here. If you're on Facebook and this is your first time joining us, please click that notification button and turn on the notifications on your phone. That way, when we go live here on the Blue Plate Special or anything else we do from the Wisdom Harbor Studios, you will be notificated. Okay, that will notificate you that we're live. Also want to say hi to the Instagram people, the Twitter people, and the YouTube people. And if you're on YouTube, click that subscribe button. That's very important to us. It's only a little bit of exercise for your finger, but it'll mean a lot to us. And also, you guys, please share, okay? Would you please share? Is sad sometimes for me. There's Kathy Kirkland. I think some people know her. Hey, Bobby Johnson from Greenville, Alabama. It's sad sometimes to me to see people say, "Oh, we love your show. And I say, "Well, thank you. We have a good time doing it." And then there's like a bajillion people watching, and then you'll see there's like 4 people shared it. Kind of makes me sad. I went home the other night and I was crying, and Polly said, "Why are you crying?" I said, "Well, only 4 people shared the show." So, if you just want to keep me just from not going home and just ruining everybody's night. Hey, how do you like my T-shirt? Do you like that? We've got a ton of new T-shirts on the AndyAndrews.com website. That's what the word I was searching for. But this is the Wisdom Harbor. Can you see all this? This is the Wisdom Harbor Christmas shirt. We're very excited about it. So it's the regular Wisdom Harbor logo, and then the reindeer and the little ball thing. I'm trying to look. We're open here at the wharf. We're open here. People have taken their pictures with the escalator statues, and they're coming in. We have the squad car downstairs from the Andy Griffith Show, the second season, and people are wandering around. So we're glad that you're here. People out in the studio are listening and watching, and there are 4 screens out there. So we have a good time. Okay, let's get to it. I want to get to it. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to set this up for you. Because this is not just going to be a great show. This is an important show. And it's important in several different directions. I think it's important for our country. Maybe not the way that you think that I would be saying this, okay? But I think it's important for our country. It's important to me, all right? It's important to me because I love our country, but I love these people. And so, sometimes when, one of the greatest things that ever happens to me is to get to introduce people I love to people I love. And so I love these people. In fact, you've already heard their music because that was their music that was playing this, our theme song. But these guys have an unbelievable history. Okay, they're, and I'll just say, I'm talking about Anthony and Savannah, Sugarcane Jane, but Anthony toured for years and years and years. Savannah was a session singer. Anthony toured with Neil Young, Steve Winwood, all these people, and has written like 400, 500 songs. I don't know how many people are coming in. But I think maybe because of Anthony's long hair, or maybe because of who they played with forever, I think that people have just always just thought they were just like, liberal, just very, very, very liberal. Now, let me just say this. I want you to listen carefully to me. We love all people, okay? On this show, in my family, we love all people. We got friends on both sides of everything. But you know that Jimmy Yeary is like one of my little brothers, and Jimmy wrote a song not too long ago about just about, hey, we all believe, we believe different things, but the tolerance thing doesn't just go one way. All right, so, and I'll tell you, these are Jimmy's lyrics that he wrote this song, and this is on a new album he has coming out. And I think this is going to kind of set some of the tone for the show for you. I just thought this is really good. I asked him, I said, hey, I just had this idea, and I want to read these lyrics from, and this is songwriters, CMA Song of the Year, and a bunch of stuff. He had, the last number one he had was the I Called Mama, Tim McGraw. Okay, so anyway, it's, I've got my own views, my convictions, but I'm smart enough to know that we're all different. I'm too busy these days holding my own to worry about who's right and who's wrong. I don't care how you make your money. Ain't my business what you smoke. I won't judge what God you pray to or what God you don't. If you swing all the way to the left or all the way to the right, or who you choose to hold on to when you lay down at night, slap your bumper sticker on, fly a flag if you want. That's why a lot of good men died. I won't ever tell you how to live your life. Don't tell me how to live mine. It's a pretty cool song. And so something has happened to my friends, Sugarcane Jane, recently. There have been some, eye-opening things for me anyway. Hopefully they'll tell us about a 9-day period in which Anthony wrote 6 songs. Or was it a 6-day period? No, it was a 6-day period. The 6-day period that he wrote 9 songs.
Right.
And do I have one of the albums? Yes. And so they're all on this new album. This is called Ruffled Feathers. Okay, so believe it or not, when they started singing some of this stuff, there were some people who didn't like it. And, they just didn't like it because of what it said. And I hope Anthony and Savannah will tell us a little bit about where Anthony thinks, believes that inspiration came from. And I just want you to hear some of their music and watch them and look into their eyes and see their hearts. This is a sweet couple that has 3 darling children. And Polly and I, the boys, just absolutely love them. Please welcome Sugarcane Jane, Anthony Savannah.
Thank you, Andy. That was a beautiful introduction. Thank you.
I just love you guys. Somebody got mad at y'all. I saw them online, got mad at y'all. I just want to go fight them, man, beat them up.
We have to resist that feeling because ultimately, it's. I think everybody's had like a shock to the system, and the forgiveness thing is something that it's hard to do when somebody gets on your tail about something. But ultimately, back to the album, I had a most inspiring moment come over me, and the moment that it happened was when Savannah had she taught me how to get on Facebook Live. I'm now off of Facebook because I took it full circle. But I went out there. She told me how to actually set it up and push the live button and whatever. And I felt like I had this instant TV show. So I was out in my studio, and she'd be inside, and I'd be out there. She wouldn't know what I was doing out there, but I was actually just right in the middle of just being passionate about what all we're going through. And that takes no explanation. That is just a given. Everybody knows what's going on.
Right.
So we felt like we just had to stand up and be counted. And so I wrote this song because I had been typing. Before she taught me how to do the Facebook Live, I was actually just on there texting, and and you can't really tell about somebody's heart and their feelings. It's interesting you said look into our eyes and see. It's interesting because ultimately we are just the same people we were entertaining people forever.
Right.
Singing the songs and people tapping their toes and loving us and whatever. But I was texting certain things that I believed in. And then I started realizing that people were getting really uptight about it. So I was telling people how conservative I was. And
They were shocked.
oh, they were completely shocked because of my past. Actually, yes, because I played with some very liberal people. But I just never said anything. So in other words, I didn't change who I am. I just never let anybody know what my stance was because it wasn't important to me at the time. But long story, pretty much not as long, is that I said something that really started ruffling feathers. And so I went on there and I said, I'm just kidding. I'm as liberal as anybody, which in a way I am. I'm as liberal as anybody out there, but I'm oddly conservative. And when I said that, I tell you what, that's when the bottom dropped out. I had people that were like, I call BS on that and just this, that, and the other. So it really made me think, oh man, I did something really weird. So I went out to the studio and I wrote this song in about, within 2 hours, I had the song completely written, produced, and playing it to the people on Facebook. And the result of that was like people were just like really into it. And I went and got Savannah to sing on it. She said, oh, I love that song. And then I went back out there and I would write another one. And within 2 hours, so it just
Okay, so how did this happen? How 6 days, 9 songs like this for somebody? You've had songs recorded by just like everybody, and so how did this happen? How do you feel like this happened?
Well, I honestly believe it was the Holy Spirit that took over me and used me as a way to let people know that it's okay to stand up and be yourself and not be politically correct. We took our whole career that we built up for 11 years and laid it on the line. And there's a lot of people that dropped off, but we found that more people loved us for our honesty. And so the Holy Spirit just kept on driving me to write. Ultimately, I wrote 13 songs, but we quit after the 9 because I had an instrumental at the very end of this called The Holy Spirit. And it's very peaceful, and it's
actually the first song he wrote.
It's the first song I actually wrote, but I didn't know I was going to do what I did. And so the whole thing is it's a prophetic thing for me. I don't know how it happened. I'm not the kind of person to just go out there and rattle off things that are so, focused on how I feel. It was just an amazing time.
I think the pressure has built.
Now, we're going to ease into this with feelings in a song, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But before you start, I just want to say one more thing about this album, about this project. And this hit me, the Frank Brown Songwriters Festival is the oldest songwriter festival in America. It happened like several weeks ago. And they gave you guys the prime spot at the Art Center in Orange Beach, the beautiful bay in the background, stage outside, and there were so many people. And we, of course, Polly and I went, and Melanie and Jennifer, we were all there. And something hit me that night as I listened to this. And you have a song that you're going to sing for me, the original Peace and Love. So be listening for that one. But this is what hit me that night is this must be kind of what Woodstock was like in a way that all of a sudden musicians were expressing something with their music that was very, very different from what anybody was hearing. And I think as I listened the other night, I thought, this is very, very different from what anybody has the guts to do that I'm seeing. You know, I mean, Jimmy is writing songs that are like on that edge, and I see, but just very few people. But I think it's like I don't know. You reminded me so much of that time in America, because that time was so brutal and so mean, and then here's these people talking about, you know, change. And so anyway.
The ground is fertile for writing. There's no doubt about it. And I found that right now just singing these songs gives me inspiration to just continue to be standing up for how we feel. I think that just not doing that's a mistake. Being politically correct, I think, has gone too far.
Well, growing up in the South, you know, you're always taught, don't talk about religion and politics. And I, you know, at this point, I really do believe that that was not good advice, okay? I think everyone should express who they are, who their true selves are. What we should be teaching people is how to be tolerant of others, the differences of others,
how
and
to
respectful.
have conversations.
How to be respectful. Allow others to have a different opinion than you and still love them.
Right.
That's what we need to teach people, because I don't want any fake friends. I don't want anybody out there acting like they're somebody they're not. I want to know who you
Right.
are. I want to know you. Now people know us. We are showing them who we are inside.
Right.
And it feels fantastic to be who you are.
Got a friend who was on the show yesterday, Michael Perry, an author from Wisconsin. And I'm sure Michael and I disagree on many things, but I love him and he seems to like me okay. And I was wearing his shirt yesterday. It said peaceful persistence. And I just thought, man, that's it. Because he said, you know, there's people on the extremes of everything. He said, but there's a lot of us here in the middle trying to feed our families and just get along with our neighbors. And
It's a choice that everybody can make. It's just a choice, and it's really not hard for me to love people even though they might have a different opinion. I can separate that. I can see people as, you know, I have friends that Anthony and I have known for a long time that feel differently than we do, you know, and I miss them right now because we're so isolated in this whole situation. Even though I know that I don't believe anything that they believe, we're so polar opposite politically, but I still miss them and I still care about them.
sure.
So,
Jimmy Yeary is watching, and Jimmy Yeary just said, that is good, girl.
That's cool. Let's play this for Jimmy.
all right.
I love that lyric, Jimmy. That's so awesome. So anyway, this is actually just trying to explain our feelings in a song, and that's why I wrote it called Feelings in a Song. 1, 2. Well, now let me try to explain my feelings in a song. It's the only way that I ever move my wagon along. And I've got my head just above the fray. Then it comes with a price I hope I never have to pay. Well, I've never seen time I want you to see the real me. One never knows where life's gonna take them, even if you think you own the end. And I'd like to think I've got nothing more to say, but all my passion seems to be getting in the way. So strange all the times, such as these, and I want it all to stop, at least slow down, please. Oh, me. Oh, me. Oh, me. Oh, me. Let me try to explain my feelings in a song. It's the only way that I ever move my wagon along. Well, now let me try to explain my feelings in a song. It's the only way that I ever move my wagon along.
Awesome.
All right.
This is from the album Ruffled Feathers, Songs in the Key of Me. And just getting started. If you're just joining us, just listen. It's a new day, and a lot of people are gathering out there in the studio. I see Gilbert Little coming in right now from Fort Worth, Texas.
Right.
So, okay, what you got now?
Well, so anyway, through my little journey on this thing, as I was writing that song,
And you were recording it. Right.
I was out there writing and recording it, and this is where I knew a spirit had taken a hold of me, because I was out, and we live in the woods, so I was out just taking a tinkle. And actually giving one. And so I was out there, and I was thinking, I'm going to grow me a new mind. And it was just this thing that I came in, and I moved to the end of the song that I was working on and started a new song, and I just started playing, and the rest just came out. I'm gonna grow me a new mind, the seed I know to be pure, feed her with the best water I can find. I'm gonna grow me a new mind, and let the Spirit give me words, share them with my friends. I'm gonna say what I want to say, live it out each and every day. Gonna be
I love it.
Well, you can
Thanks,
see why I would
Andy.
think that there was a Holy Spirit going on in there because I referenced it several times in that song.
I'm sorry, this is somebody's. Oh,
Hey, who is it?
it's Gloria Gaither.
No way.
Yeah, she says, "What a fun Blue Plate special." So, anyway,
Aw,
Well, that's awesome.
Gloria.
If Jimmy's still on there, I want
Jimmy is. He's
to do
on
this
there.
song for Jimmy
Yeah,
because
well,
I
does
think
he
we're
want
on the
us-
same page.
does he
His
want
song
us-
is.
Is he wanting us to do another song? It's
Yes, I do. Yes, I want you to do. How many songs can you do? I
We
want you to-
do about 700. No, but this is
the longest Blue Plate special ever.
a song that was written at the end of the Ruffle Feathers Songs in the Key of Me. I kept on writing, but we just put the first 10 out. But this one, I wish we would have put it on there. But it's called Tolerance, so I thought I would just sing it because of Jimmy. Tolerance, an open mind. Sign me up for both. I'll take it in the morning with coffee before I post to what is on my mind each and every day. It keeps asking me, and now as I ponder in the folder that I know someone is keeping on me, everything I do and every word I say will be brought back to me as I stand before the King on Judgment Day. Where were you 9/11? And what was in your heart when you saw the planes? And as the towers crumbled and the smoke filled the streets, tell me, did it change your brain? Or when you lied to your mother when she asked you for the simple truth? No time in particular, says right here many times for you. Did you ever have a come to Jesus meeting? Did you ever ask him to save your soul? And did you ever cry out for wisdom when you had nowhere left to go? Tolerance, an open mind. Sign me up for both. I'll take it in the morning with coffee before I post what is on my mind each and every day. It keeps asking me, and now as I ponder in the folder that I know someone is keeping on me, That's a tough one to sing.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, you should see. Yeah, I would, and you got to go. I know it's hard to watch yourself. I have a hard time going and watching something again, but you need to see the comments that were coming in while you were singing that. People were in tears.
Oh wow, nice.
And
Well,
so just
thank you.
tons of people all over, just absolutely.
Oh, that's
Loving-
sweet.
loving
We need
that.
to hear that because, we feel like we're in like the 8th round of a big old bout.
I know you do.
We get beat up, but we get fed so much love that's way more powerful than the other, and so we're still, our cup is running over with support, and I think it's just a realization that we're all just different, and it's okay.
But we have to just be who we are.
Yeah, the
It's
more
the
we're being
easiest
who we are, the
person.
better we
Right.
feel like we connect with people. So, we have, and I want to do this song for Andy because he wanted to hear it. Let's do it.
The original Peace and Love.
Yeah, but we're gonna do.
Oh, wait. Before you do it, let me just tell you. I just got to tell this story about that real quick.
Okay.
Because I'd heard you guys do that several times, and this song is so haunting to me and so beautiful to me. And every time I would hear you do it, I would think, who did that? Who did that song? Because I just assumed that you were covering a song because it was haunting, it was familiar, it was just a song from my past or something. It just seemed so unbelievable. And every time, and so then one day we were back here in the studio, and Polly and SB and Matt and I were there, and I said, you guys listen to this song, and I called you up on YouTube, and I did Traveling Girl, and I said, who did that? And everybody goes, man, I don't know. Who did that? And so I said, well, here, I'm going to Google up. And you guys did it. Nobody has ever recorded it but you. And the song just blows me away. And so, but anyway, this is called Traveling.
And I have to say that it does me too, because of a lesson that I learned that just because somebody doesn't look a certain way doesn't mean they're not holding something very powerful. And a friend of mine who became a friend to me, we went to high school together, Charles Court. But he actually brought this piece of idea. It was actually fully engaged into being a song, but when we got together, he let me put some different music to it, or somehow he let me help write it and whatever, and it became what it is today. He's actually a major part of why this song is what it is, but it just made me realize that that there's so many people out there that have a song in their heart, and things to say, and just because they don't have an outlet doesn't mean that they're not holding it. And so together, he and I did write about 3 albums together that are 3 or 4 that are just really special to me. So I want to give it.
And let me just say that we have not recorded this song. This was recorded on an Anthony Crawford solo album.
But it comes together when Savannah sings on it. It's just
It does come together.
It really does.
Because
I mean-
the high parts where
Well,
this,
I won't deny that, but no, just kidding. No, it's on AnthonyCrawford.com. It's on National Treasure, right?
Yeah.
I was giving birth when he made that album, by the way, or I would have
the
been.
National Treasures album.
Yeah, it's very busy.
Laurie is a wild one. She is a soft one. She's wilder than a fire in the night, softer than a soft, soft light. Laurie is a traveling girl. She says she's been to London, then on up to Scotland, where even the Italians were trying to love on Laurie Lee. Now Laurie is an artist. She lives out in the country. I wish that you could see her So I started laughing too. All I ever wanted was a kiss from her lips and a look from her eyes. Laurie is a traveling girl. She says she's been to London, then on up to Scotland, where even the Italians were trying to love on Laurie. Yeah, Laurie is a traveling girl. She says she's been to London, and then on up to Scotland, where even the Italians were trying to love on Laurie. Laurie Lee. Laurie Lee.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That's a
Anthony
good one to
actually
have.
did a really cool video of that one on YouTube. It's black and white,
I've
looked
seen
like
it.
from what
I've seen it.
1940s or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Okay.
kind of a cool
That-
version
do you,
of it.
do you guys? I know I swore to you that you could be walking out of here at 1, and so do you want to do one more?
Sure. What time is it?
It's like you got 30 more minutes.
Oh yeah, yeah. Hey,
You got it's 5 till 1.
we don't care. We're having a good time.
Listen,
We
I
sure
appreciate
appreciate you
so
having
much
us.
you guys being here. Oh my gosh, and you guys, you know, this is the new album. This is Sugarcane Jane, Ruffle Feathers, Songs in the Key of Me. This is Sugarcane Jane, and there's the awesome. I love the shirt. Just love the shirt, and it's that good kind of shirt that where you know the stuff is not going to come off, and it's the the Flex Fit hat, and there's tons of stuff. There's tons of stuff on their site, Sugarcane Jane. This shirt comes in long sleeves as well, but Christmas is coming, okay, and so if it's a financial choice between this shirt and this shirt, then get this shirt, okay? Because we want to really support Anthony and Savannah,
Oh, that's sweet.
and we just, Polly and I absolutely love this couple, and then there's their music, okay? And so whatever we can do to help, we always will, and I really appreciate you guys being here.
We
You're
love
so
being
sweet
here.
to us.
I have to say that I probably would do to complete the story about how we started out about when you were saying that we caught a lot of flack. I think it's just only fitting to do the flack song.
The one that made them mad.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
One of
I
them.
didn't know if you're gonna do the short one that made them mad or the Wake
do the
Up
short one.
America.
Well,
Long overdue kind of gets people too. I mean, there's several, but
the very first part of the album did start out a little easy and whatever. And we usually, when we do a show nowadays, we'll have
wait till the
only done
end
a
to piss
couple.
people off.
Yeah, we tick them off at the end. But this is a song that I just feel still passionate about, and I'll sing this until the day I die, no matter what.
And I just gotta say, anytime I know this is the song that made people mad, but this is also the song that the White House called and said, "Hey, would you guys show up at this event and sing that song?" So
yeah, well,
people,
hey,
I've done stuff for several presidents, and it has gotten so weird that when people ask, "Well, which presidents? Which presidents?" And then it turned to, it's because I would tell them at first, but then it turned to a thing where I would tell them and people go, "Well, why didn't you do anything for so-and-so?" And I would say, "Because they didn't ask." It's the President of the United States.
Sure.
You didn't ask, okay? But now when people say, "Which four?" I go, "The four that asked."
Yeah, that's
nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, this is song is as passionate of a moment for me as this came out really quick as well. All these songs did. I didn't take any time fixing the lyric or anything.
I heard them like for the first time when I was recording them, and just like, come out here and sing this, and I was like, oh my God.
I know this is crazy, but let's hear it.
Well, I know one thing, I am not perfect. I have my past to prove it. Should I go around pointing fingers, the hypocrite I be? Now how can you hate a man who clearly loves country? I heard he's doing it for free, and that's what I see. That's what I see. And in these turbulent times, how can you just stand by and watch him take all the blame? I've had enough of standing on the sidelines. Gonna get my skin in the game. Now how can you hate a man who clearly loves his country? He's not perfect, but then again, neither are you or me. And that's what I see. That's what I see. Now how can you hate a man who's trained in a swamp and exposing all the greed? That's what I see. That's what I see. That's what I see. Woo!
Oh man,
That gets them every time.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a great song.
Well, thank you.
Well, it's just
But
what
then
we
again,
see.
he's not perfect. But then again, neither are you and me. I love that line.
Nobody's perfect, but it's what we see, and it's just what we believe. And, you just have to love people for who we are. Look us in the eyes. Like, we're not bad people. We have 3 little kids. We're good people. This is what we see. You may see something different. We can still love you, even though you might see something different. Everybody's life experiences and where they live and everything shapes how they think about something and how they feel about something. So I'm not here to tell anybody they're wrong or to change their mind. Just saying, love me for who I am. At least I'm showing you who I am. I'm real. I want everybody to be real out there.
We have a mutual friend. We 3 love Dan Stone. And I was here the other day. We're getting ready to just open this up. And, I'm hammering on something and screwing a shelf in. And I'm listening to Dan give a message at his new church up in Minnesota. And,
Oh, wow, he moved to Minnesota.
and so you can hear those on YouTube. And I was listening to him talk about it, and I saw some of this when Dan was the pastor of Floribama. People coming up and going, "Hey, if you say one more time that there's nothing you can do to make God love you less, I don't know that I'm gonna go here anymore." And Dan's like, "Well, there's nothing you can do to make God love you less." And so, right, but I was listening to this message, and he said that somebody had come up to him and said, "I need something a little deeper than what you're talking about, because you keep talking about love, and I need something a little deeper." And Dan told him, he said, "You know what? There is nothing deeper. is that when they asked Jesus, what is the greatest commandment? He said, love the Lord God with all your heart and love your neighbor as yourself. It's the greatest commandment. And so there is nothing deeper than love. And not meaning to overuse the word, but I love what you're doing. And I know who you are. And there's been several. Will you do one more? We do one more.
Yeah.
And here's the one I want you to do, because I just want people to hear this, because there have been several comments, people saying, it sounds like 60s music put to a modern bent. And, and I told these guys when they came in today, I said, I found a song that you guys did, and I didn't know that you had done it. I found it on YouTube, and it's called The Original Peace and Love. And I love the video of it because your little kids are in it in front of your mom and daddy's house, Savannah, in that big, big lawn out in the middle of the woods. And I just love this. I love this song. And so close us out with this. And just know how much we love you and how much we appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Andy. Thanks for the opportunity to come out here on Iron Bowl Day, too.
That's right. Alabama is playing like a junior high school team.
Oh, what?
I see. I think they might be mad. May as well be mad at
We're
all of us.
gone. Yeah. I'm with you,
It's
baby.
the Alabama-Auburn game. So if for those of you around the country,
House
this
divided
is like,
here.
yeah, that's correct.
What I see is heartbreaking. How much further can we go? Have you ever in your life seen such a mess? And honestly, I don't think I can say the past was ever so unkind. And I grew up in the 60s, the original peace and love. What I feel is encouraging to know it all comes back around. But then again, it is election year, and honestly, I don't think I can say the past was ever so unkind. And I grew up in the 60s, the original peace and now what I know is very little. The facts are very unclear. Somehow it all feels so familiar. And honestly, I don't think I can say the past was ever so unkind. And I grew up in the 60s, the original peace and love. What I see is heartbreaking. How much further can we go? And have you ever in your life seen such a mess?
Wow. Thank you guys
Thank you,
so
Mandy. Thank you,
so
brother.
much.
Thank you, Matt.
Aw, thanks for
So
having us.
the album is Ruffled Feathers, Songs in the Key of Me. And this is sugarcanejane.com. Look at the screen right there. You see this? We're seeing so much
Oh, nice.
of that. That has just been flowing
David
through.
Pratt.
Jimmy has commented several times. Gloria Gaither's texted me.
Oh, my
I mean, you guys have you have
Wow.
family and friends here.
Well, thank you for introducing us to your folks because we are looking for new blood. We want people to love us. We're looking for good people.
All right.
Just be kind out there, you
Yeah.
guys. That's all.
Thank y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
guys.
much.
Thank you for being with us. And we will see you a couple of days next week. We're not really sure what days, but it'll be at 12:15. So thank you for joining us on the Blue Plate Special, a special Blue Plate Special.